thank you to the internet for fat shaming me into losing 15 pounds this year. I'll keep fat shaming the whales to help them too. What I love about this, though, is like everyone gets so offended when you talk about obesity, and here you are saying the exact opposite. Like, do you actually, is that honest? Is that an honest emotion you have?
Yeah, no.
And tell me about what happened.
Well, it was, when I started the show, it's kind of like when you get on camera, you see everything. And I was like, oh, I'm a little chunkier than I thought. And I've never been like fat or obese, like, sorry, that's not true. I was obese by like 5 pounds for like 2 months, and then I lost it. But when I started the show, I wasn't fat, I wasn't obese, but I was like, I could cut back on my eating. And you know, I'd get comments here and there, and I'd be like, I should really work on that. So in the course of the year, I wanted to lose 25 pounds. I only lost 15, but I'm on the way.
That's good. 15 is good.
Yeah. And so and I had a lot of acne too when I started, and so
that was great.
Thank you. And I just had a lot of bad habits, so I just decided to work on it. And my issue is whenever I fat shame the whales, they're like, you're not thin enough to be fat shaming me. And I'm like, well, I get fat shamed too. And you work on it and you try to get better. But it's like fat people think they're above being made fun of. I can be made fun of because I'm a ginger. Men can be made fun of for being short. Everyone else can be made fun of. Why are you special? Why are you special? And the worst part is you can change it. Men can't change being short, but you sure as hell can change not eating 10 Krispy Kremes in a day, Rebecca.
Well, the reason that they get away with that is because society has now labeled obesity as healthy. And with good reason, because society, remember, all these media outlets, and this is where you get into the matrix, but all of these media outlets in large part are funded by pharma. Mm-hmm. And what helps pharma? What helps you to become somebody who's dependent on medication for life and all of this stuff? Well, you have to be unhealthy. So now this new, like, obesity is the new healthy is being glorified by media because they want an unhealthy population that's then relying on drugs, that's relying on all these things, that's more likely to be depressed, that's more likely to be someone who's not self-sufficient, a weaker society that you can control. It's all connected. And women are just falling. What I think is really interesting about you, though, is it's not easy to take the criticism and have that reaction. Like, it's not. If for somebody to say, like, oh, you know, whatever, you're a little chunky, say they said, or whatever, and for you to say, oh, you know what, I am a little chunky, let me stop doing that, you know, or maybe I could do that. That's not easy for people to do. What do you think went right in your life that you were able to have that reaction and not get offended, defiant, nasty, and then go eat a donut?
Well, I mean, I would get offended at first. I'd be like, oh, you know.
That's not getting offended, though. That what you just did.
It hurt. But then it's just kind of like, well, why did it hurt? Because they're right.
Yeah.
Nothing hurts if they're
right.
not correct.
That's right.
You know? So I think, I don't know. I just was like, you know what? They're right. I want to do something about it. So I bought this like meal plan from this guy called Cooking with Chris. And he's on Twitter. And he's actually, it was like probably the best meal plan I've ever bought. Sometimes I still go off it. That's why I haven't lost 25. But but it was actually really good.
It's hard when you travel. Traveling is not friendly to good habits. I
actually lose weight when I'm traveling, but it's because I'll be busy. I'll be so busy that I don't eat enough.
You forget to eat.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of times I'll gain it when I get back because it's not like done in a healthy way, you know.
It's like you get back and you got to like store up again. I know, I get it.
My biggest problem is I drink sugar coffee in the morning, but I've quit. I'm now like roughly 20-ish days sober from coffee.
Oh wow, that's hard to quit. Yeah. It's like sugar.
Yeah,
sugar is hard to quit.
But coffee is like, I know some people can drink it in like a healthy way. I'm just not that person. I like the milkshakes in the morning. So if I'm going to drink coffee, I'm like, there's no point in trying to do it a healthy way because I won't drink it.
Right.
So that is.
Well, props to you for having that reaction. Not a lot of people have that reaction. And I don't know like what you looked like before. I'm just looking at you now. You look great. But I think it speaks to character to be able to like process something. Like even when I started on here, and like people were saying stuff to me, like commentary wise, when I was like in the space, and I was like, you know, with Rolo the first time, I had to like kind of process that, step back and be like, well, let me think about what I just said. Like it's not easy to do that because then you have to like admit you were wrong or admit you were doing something in your life that wasn't good for you. Not easy. I want to get to Drew Wallow and Dylan Mulvaney. You know Dylan Mulvaney? Okay, let's go.
I know the Drew girl. She's like,
the Whatever podcast is actually here to say thank you for reacting and sent a bunch of hearts.
Oh, awesome. Love your show. Brian, we're trying to get you on. You know that, though. You know. Okay. Let's go to Drew Wallow and Dylan Mulvaney. You see that? It's number 3. Dylan Mulvaney. Oh, you're going to see Dylan Mulvaney. You know Dylan Mulvaney.
I might. I'm not good with names. So
it's a biological male that is on hormones and all sorts of stuff and did like a girl
weirdo.
Power segment.
A weirdo. Let's just call them what they are, weirdos.
Oh, man. Let's play it. You ready?
Said multiple times on multiple occasions that I'm never going to drag women the same way I drag men. And I've said that because... men do that enough for all of us.
Oh, they got that covered.
Enough. Yeah.
But I will say there are women out there that are trying to take us down.
There are. Yeah, I have many of them.
It feels like now that I am, I'm still new to like girlhood, to womanhood. Yeah. There does feel like this scarcity complex of like, there's not enough to go around, and then TERFs don't get me started.
Okay, so Drew's podcast. It's like great for content for me because it's just a hot mess. So I just like pull, but this is the conversation.
Of course, a whale is talking. It's never the.
She, by the way, has talked about obesity a number of times. She'll say like, "I have body neutrality." She doesn't have body positivity. She wants to just
shut up and get on the treadmill.
She wants to view it as a vessel.
I'll show you. I'll give you my meal plan.
She's trying to help you, girlfriend. She's gonna give you a meal plan. Just saying. But yeah, there's I'm not happy with what I look like, so I'm just going to pretend like it doesn't matter kind of attitude.
And that's the thing. Like, I honestly think, and you know what, I'm a really long-term thinker. And so a big reason that I wanted to get my eating habits under control, because that's just something that has never in my life come natural. It's always been easy for me to work out, go to the gym. That's easy. What's always been hard for me is sugar. I freaking love sugar.
I do too.
I love dessert. I love pizza. Like, I just love that stuff. And I've gotten slowly like better over time, right? And it's kind of funny. I look at myself like 10 years ago. I was thinner but I was so much worse. And she freaking, I forgot where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought.
You lost it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll get it back and then just interrupt me. But what do you make of, first of all, you've got, goes without saying, odd to have a biological man on talking about womanhood and girlhood. I mean, what does one even say? But this is a thing that she talks about all the time, where you can't drag women. And if you're a woman who like criticizes women, you're a problem. And she's talking about you. She's talking about me. She's talking about people like us who see bad behavior among women and criticize it the same way we criticize men.
I hate stupid people. So I will criticize stupid people. I don't give a shit if they're man, women, or trans. Stupid people just irritate me. Why are you so special that you can't be called out for being stupid?
So it's for you, it's just as simple as that.
Yeah, stupid, annoying weirdos.
If you want to watch the full episode, you're going to click right here. And if you want to ask me a question one-on-one, you want to do a one-on-one FaceTime with a group of your friends, whatever you want, you need to download Connect right now. Click right here and let's get talking.